Former NCB manager accused of stealing millions plead guilty. The former senior manager at the National Commercial Bank, who on Thursday admitted to swindling the company out of $34 million, broke down in tears last June when she was confronted by the bank's internal investigator, claiming that her back was against the wall. The Home Circuit Court heard that when the 52-year-old offender was questioned about the illegal transactions in her office at the bank's operations center at Trafalgar Road in New Kingston, she immediately pushed her laptop away, laid her head on the desk, and started crying. It is really bad. It is really bad. The mother of 3 told investigators that she started stealing from the bank in 2017 to help a cousin who had cancer, and after she ran into financial difficulties while renovating her house. However, the court heard that Gordon had initially tried to lie her way out of the fraud, claiming that the money she had transferred to her accounts from the bank's system had been from other banks' checks, which she had manipulated the system to show. Ex-manager, who had been employed to the company for 30 years and at the time of her arrest was earning $11.1 million annually, appeared shamefaced on Thursday as she stood in the dock listening to the allegations while holding her head down at times and at other instances shaking her head in disagreement. Gordon, who started out at the bank as a special cashier in 1989, then pleaded guilty to 3 counts of larceny as a servant, 3 counts of access with intent to commit an offense, and 7 counts of engaging in a transaction that involves criminal property before Justice Lorna Shelley Williams, and was remanded for sentencing on May 31st. According to the facts outlined in the court by Senior Prosecutor Andrea Martin Swaby, Gordon posted 282 transactions totaling approximately $111.3 million, in which funds from the bank's account were transferred to her accounts and relatives, including her children and spouse, as well as the accounts of familiar customers based on the findings of the bank's investigation. Swaby, however, informed the court that the transactions that are covered in the indictment amounted to $34 million. Gordon was able to access the bank's system via a unique code that she was given in her capacity as manager, which enabled her to conduct transactions on her own, the court heard. From the millions that Gordon had accessed, a total of $24.5 million was transferred to the account of construction company between February 2017 and April 2018, and a further $7.2 million to the owner's account in April 2018. The court further heard that the owner of the company, who had previously met Gordon while she was fixing her Three Oaks house in Kingston, was contracted in 2017 by Gordon, who told him that she had bought a house in Havendale and wanted a contractor to effect repairs. The construction company boss, after recommending a contractor, agreed with Gordon for her to send the money to his business account to cover the cost for goods and services. The witness, who said he was shocked when Gordon was arrested, further disclosed that he had maintained records of all the checks that were drawn against the account, as well as the receipts for goods and services, which Gordon would inspect periodically. The court heard that the checks drawn, totaling $8.9 million, were paid out to two of Gordon's children, her spouse, and a co-worker. Gordon also transferred $83,000 to a courier company for clothes and handbags purchased overseas in February 2020. $70,000 to a tenant's account in 2020 for work done on a property in Bushy Park, St. Catherine. $81,500 to a vendor in February 2020 for a blouse, 6 jackets, and 2 dresses, and $12,000 to another person for Gibson Relay tickets in February 2020. Following Gordon's guilty plea, her lawyer, Vincent Wellesley, begged the judge to admit her to bail for her to prepare for the inevitable. Wellesley told the judge that his client, who from the inception owned up to her wrongs, had not sought to flee the jurisdiction and had turned up to court on each occasion when the matter was mentioned. Justice Shelley Williams, however, refused the application.